The best example of our work, I think, is what's known as the Melbourne criteria. It's around colorectal cancer. The work was led by Melissa Southey in the laboratory here at the University of Melbourne. And what we showed on a population basis, if you take people with early onset colorectal cancer, look at their tumours, there are telltale signs of the causes of their cancer. You can identify those cases which are most likely, almost surely due to a genetic mutation, target the mutation testing, find the carriers, and then find which of their relatives are also at risk. The importance of this is that if you know you have a high-risk mutation for colorectal cancer and you do the appropriate management and surveillance and screening, you will not die of colorectal cancer. We can save lives. Then we took that to the Cancer Council Victoria, and people agreed that this was the way to go forward. That's rolled out across Victoria, then across Australia, and now worldwide. And one of the reasons why we managed to get so much funding from the United States, the National Institutes of Health, to do our research was that Australia was a superb laboratory because we have a culture that respects health and medical research. So twins are special, and they know they're special for health and medical research. John Matthews, way back in the late 1970s, understood this and established the Victorian Twin Registry, which then morphed into becoming the Australian Twin Registry, and has been supported by NHMRC for more than 30 years. It's unique in the world in that the federal government, through the health and medical research funding, has supported a registry open for researchers, not just in Australia, but internationally. I've managed to establish an international network of twin registries. The Japanese Twin Registry are basing all their procedures, their consent forms on the work we did here in Australia. And we're now rolling out a Brazilian Twin Registry with our colleagues from the University of Sydney. 1 in 6 Australian twins are on the Australian Twin Registry. This is a remarkable performance. And to understand genetics, we need to study families, and that's been the hallmark of our research. The other wonderful way twins are used is, for example, genetically identical pairs. If one gets a disease and the other doesn't, you have to ask why. It can't be due to genetics because you've controlled perfectly for genetics. If one twin smokes, the other twin doesn't, well, what's the consequences of that? You've got the best possible design for studying both the genes and the environment. Yes, I was very inspired at Monash University by a young professor at the time. He wasn't a professor then. It was Terry Speed, who is a previous winner of this Victoria Prize and went on to win the Prime Minister's Award. And he stressed the idea of what we could do with statistics and what an impact what statistics could make. John Matthews also stressed that with me. He pointed out that some of the world's leading epidemiologists, like the Peto brothers, Malcolm Pike, were in fact statisticians. Statisticians are the premier scientists because we can work out what's in the data. But I would claim that generally we were on the right track. We have been correct. We have provided the insights. We have put genetics, especially around breast cancer, into its proper population context. And that has been our great contribution. We're incredibly fortunate here at the University of Melbourne to have the supercomputer, and I think we're about to make really big breakthroughs in using genomic data to try and work out fundamentally who's at risk and who isn't at risk. What we're finding is that these bright people with great skills around the new technologies are coming back with their hunger for research. Australia's no longer sort of on the periphery of the world. Everyone's involved, everyone's connected, everyone's working together. It's a truly global effort now, and it's a very exciting time to be in science.